I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators, and for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so, needless to say, over those years, I had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out, we know why kids don't learn. It's either routing attendance, negative peer influences, we know why. But one of the things that we never discuss or we rarely discuss is the value and importance of human connection, relationships. James Cornell says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or other. For years, I've heard what people teach. I've looked at the best and I look at some of the worst. A college said to me one time, they don't pay me to write the kids, they pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it, I should teach it, I should learn it. Well, I said to her, you know kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said that's just a bunch of hurry. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and others dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just rule a few relationships simply like it's understood. Simple thing like apology. You ever thought about it? Tell if you're sorry, then shock. I taught a lesson once on rations. I'm not really good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said that okay, Miss Pearson, you were so excited we just let you go. I've had classes that were so low, so they commit great deficient that I write. I wondered how I'm going to take this room in 9 months, from where they are to where they need to be, and it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class. Because I am the best teacher and you are the best students, they put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really, we have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us so you can make noise. You just have to start. And I gave them a saying to say, I'm somebody, I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I'm home, I'm so strong. I need the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. They said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so, I gave a quiz, 20 questions. A student missed 18. I put a +2 on his paper and a big smile face. He said, Mrs. Pearson, it is an F. I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smile face? I said, because you are on a roll. You got 2 right. You didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, Mom, I can do better. You see, my 18 sucks on the fly all of you. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer to his dad needed to it. And I was slow and some stuff for the kids who didn't smell so good. She tried to teach kids to stink. And kids can be cruel, and so she kept those things in her state. And years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, "You know, Miss Walker, you make a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want to just see what I've become." And when my mother died 2 years ago at 92, there were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear. Can we stand to have more relationships? Absolutely. Will you lie on children? Of course not. And you know your youngest kids are never absent. Never. You won't let them all. And the third ones show up for a reason. It's the connection, it's the relationships. And why you won't let them all? They can never feel good. So teaching become and become the work we don't feel like. And we listen to policy it doesn't make, and we take anyway. We take anyway because that's what we do. Teaching and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our would be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion. Every child deserves a champion and another who will never give up. One them who understand the power of connection and insist that they become best that they can possibly be. It is chapter. You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it's not impossible. We can do this. We are educators. We want to make a difference. Thank you so much.